What's up, guys? We're back for part 2 of 5.4, which is when we're writing equations of lines, so linear equations, and we're doing it without just having a slope and a y-intercept given to us. In this example, we are only given 2 points. So, for example, I'm going to be looking at the points -3, 7 and 1, -1, and trying to find the line that passes through the both of them. I do have my graph pulled up and ready to go. You see there are our points, -3, 7 and 1, -1. All right, target identified. We need a line that goes through both of these. So in order to do this, since we were only given points and we don't have a slope, we're going to need to begin with our slope formula. As a quick reminder, this is m equals, and then we're going to subtract our y's on top. y2 minus y1. X is on the bottom. x2 minus x1. Great. And then once we have a slope in mind, we'll be able to do the same thing we did last time, which of course we very rigorously did as y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Just kidding, we didn't do this at all. I hate this thing. We're going to do it just like last time. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Directions. Write the equation of the line that passes through the given 2 points. Write all answers in slope-intercept form. So y equals mx plus b is going to be our final destination here. Y equals mx plus b. And I feel okay getting my equation started down here, except this time I don't even know a slope to begin. So we'll start filling these pieces in as we get them. Okay, so here we go. Let's begin with our slope formula. I know that there we go. M is equal to, and then we're going to subtract the x's on top. y2 minus y1, so I subtract my y's backwards. -1 minus 7. Then I subtract the x's backwards, so 1 minus -3. Looking good. Equals. Pair of negatives make more negatives, so we've got a -8 on top over 1 minus -3. Double negative basically makes this a plus sign, so 1 plus 3 is 4. I know this, but I know it way better as -2. Cool. That's a good slope. Right there. I'm going to box it, and guess what? We can start working on our equation down here. We're going to have a slope of -2, so y equals -2x will get us started. Now, we need to find out what that b value is. We're going to do it the same way we did last time, with one small hiccup here. Last time, we had an m value, we had an x, and we had a y, because we had a point. This time, we've got 2 points. So, which one do we use? Well, you could use either of them, but if that's the case, why not just use the one you think is going to be easier? I think it's easier to use this one right here. I can see the argument that maybe you might get your ones mixed up or something, so you might make a mistake there, and maybe you would want to use -3 and 7 instead. I just generally like to use the smaller numbers and positives when I can. So, those will be the x and the y values that we work with. X and y. Let me get a different color here. Let's go ahead and plug this into our old friend, y equals m x plus b. Cool. Our y value is -1. -1 is equal to m, which is -2, times x, which is +1, plus our big mystery man b. Simplifying time, -1 is equal to -2 times 1, also known as -2, plus b. And then last step, we get rid of this -2 by adding 2 to both sides. +2 plus 2, 1 equals b. 1 equals b. Let's go ahead and put a +1 in that spot right there. Y equals -2x plus 1. Just a quick check to make sure that it works. Y equals -2x plus 1. Look at that. Bullseye right through both of them. So we know that our line is correct. Awesome, that's enough of a victory lap. Let's go ahead and just head back to work. So we're going to use that same process, but at full speed this time. So I want to find the line that goes through these 2 points. I'm not even going to check them. I'll let you guys handle that on your own. Let's find our slope first, because we need our slope to fit into y equals mx plus b down here. The slope is going to be, subtract your y's on top, -6 minus -1. Note that double negative, which means we're going to add. Then we've got, let me color code those, subtracted those guys. Now our x is 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2. Great. Equals -6 plus 1 is going to be negative 5. And then 4 minus 2 leaves us with 2. Here's our slope. What a horrific slope, but just the same, it fits into our formula down here, or our equation, negative 5 halves x. Okay, from there, it's time for us to go ahead and plug into y equals mx plus b. Let's do it. I will choose this pair this time, so my y value is negative 1. My slope is negative 5 halves. My x value is 2. And then b continues to elude us. Multiplying, just like in the last video, I would multiply with the top number and then divide by the bottom. So we have negative 1 equals, over here, 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. And then we divide that by 2 because it's still on the bottom. It just ends up right back at negative 5. These guys actually just cancel each other out. Plus b. And then we'll go ahead and add 5 to both sides to get our answer. B equals 4. Plus 4 because b equals 4. And there is our equation. All right. I think we're making good time, so let's go ahead and tackle one more of these. Same speed. Okay. Oh, this one's a little tricky. This is one of the ones where you like slap your forehead afterward and you're upset that you worked so hard. But let's go through it the old-fashioned way. Our slope is equal to, subtract our y's, negative 5 minus 1. And then subtract our x's, 0 minus negative 8. Okay, 2 negatives make more negative, so negative 6 on top, and negative negative makes a plus sign, so 8 on the bottom. Let's reduce this thing to negative 3 over 4. There's our slope, negative 3/4. Our answer will look like y equals negative 3 over 4x. Let's go see if we have a b value. So choose a point. I don't even know. Let's just take this one, negative 8, 1. So our y value is 1, and it's equal to our m value, which is negative 3/4, times x, which is negative 8 in this problem. It's going to be plus b. We'll go ahead and multiply these guys right here. 1 equals negative 3 times negative 8 makes 24. And then we're still dividing by 4 underneath, so this is equal to 6. 6 plus b, and then take away the 6. And we have negative 5 for our b value here. Negative 3 over 4x minus 5. Let's go ahead and box it. I want to point out something kind of silly here, because our b value, our y-intercept is negative 5. Well, we kind of knew that already, because when x is 0, y is negative 5. So on our graph, this should look like, hey, here's negative 5 down here. There's our point. Okay, so if you see an opportunity for a shortcut like that, it's okay to take those. All right, as long as you understand what you're doing there, then I feel good about it. Otherwise, you can always just follow the policy, follow the rules that we've set out right here. Cool. All right, I think that should be everything that you need. There is an answer key to the entire notes, so if you want to try out number 6 for practice and see if you're correct, that'll be available for you. Other than that, everything else should be posted on Canvas. Let me know if you have any questions. All right, catch you later.